ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Prẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba, okay? It simply means Maiyegun is here. Maiyegun is here. All the evildoers, all the bad bellers, all the criminals, the political criminals in Nigeria should be careful. It says the song is about telling them to be careful. If I see him, I go talk him. Even if you get mad, it doesn't change anything. Maiyegun today, share the video, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and let them join us this morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or maybe good night from wherever you are watching from, and the time you are plugging in as well. This is Maiyegun live, and to those who are very much enraged about what they see on Maiyegun's diary, I actually love talking about you guys simply because I understand your frustration, okay, and I understand your lamentation. But even though you don't have the balls to speak to your criminal leaders and the rest, yeah. But you have sort of, in your own cowardice existence, your miserable lives. While you defend your oppressors, You seems to have, you seems to pretend to have your brain working when you want to fight and defend your oppressors, not fight for yourselves, okay? Because you don't have that ball. You don't. Your oppressors have taken that away. They have weaponized poverty. That poverty has become a weapon of mass destruction in Nigeria. So 60 years, Nigeria is going on to the end of destruction. I don't know how to say it better to you. You may have a problem with how I say things. You may have a problem with where some of us are living. Not that you really have a problem, okay? Sometimes it's because of out of no choice, okay? Like your leaders have done so much damages. They have destroyed everything that could give you real hope as a human being in that country. So it has become a luxury to live a peaceful, a sort of uncontrolled lives. Like, I mean, like you have it in Nigeria. So some of you are jealous. That's what I'm trying to say, because that's my problem. I don't like how to hide behind walls, so just to say my word. Some of you are jealous that what we have access to living outside Nigeria, some of you, as brave as you believe you are, you know what I mean now? You don't have that privilege. And it pains you that someone can be sitting down and lambast the criminals publicly on social media and nothing can happen. Nothing will happen. Okay? You don't have that privilege in Nigeria. So some of you became offended. You became offended with what you termed as too much freedom. They should arrest this guy because that's how they arrest you in Nigeria. That's your Nigeria. 60 years of independence. Slaves in their home country. Man, they should do something about this, Maiyegun. What should they do? You're asking your oppressors to do something. Because you feel like, how can someone be enjoying so much freedom? Like, it seems to have so much financial freedom that many of you don't have in Nigeria. Even when you think you have the financial freedom, you don't have the human freedom. You can't speak your mind. You rather speak your mind in hushed tones, in your closet, in your dinghies, in your shanties, in your different beer parlors, and you say whatever you want to say about your criminal leaders. But when they hold you and say, what did you say about this? You say, sorry, sir, I didn't say it. Please help me, don't kill me. Because that's the country you are living in. So some of you who come after us, it's been 60 years you have been living the life of that slavery. And I'm just here to remind you that no matter how long you pretend, no matter how much you continue to tell yourself that it is not that bad, I feel for you. That is why I am doing what I am doing, so that, I have the freedom. I earned it. It wasn't handed over to me. I earned it. And to God be the glory, and to, to the government, the Scottish government, who built a society for someone like us not to be judged by the color of our skin before we can make any progress. In far away Scotland, from Ijebu to Scotland, they are not judging me because I'm black. Nobody is judging me about that. You need to see my office in my room here. You need to see my home office. You will realize that, honestly speaking, Nigeria won't give me that. I'm not complaining, because there are so many of you who are also trapped that will never get that. But the reason why many of us are actually speaking up is because, you know what? Your leaders, who are the criminals in charge, from local government level to your presidency level, the bunch of rogues that some of you will defend because they have managed to make you believe that they represent you, even though you know they don't, right? So we have this freedom that we believe that it is human right freedom. You should, if you are working, you should be able to earn your living without the fear of being out of job simply because of what you say. Meanwhile, most of what you will say about your criminal leaders are true. Yeah, they are true. But this morning, I'm going to take you through the journey of a failed country. The journey of a failed country that has now led to this, you will get the revelation part. Then you get the lamentation part. The lamentation part is going to come to you like I'm mocking you. You don't die, idiot. We will defend PDP, defend APC at every given instance. you born morons that will defend your pastors, defend your affairs, defend your Quran, defend this, defend that against the life of human being. The people that are atrocious, the people that are criminals and all that, hiding behind religion, hiding behind their culture, hiding behind politics, and then hiding behind age to hoodwink and maraude everybody. I mean, like, shut up your mouth, don't say that. That is Nigeria mentality for you. No, my friend, will you shut up? Don't let something happen to you. You be careful, my brother. My brother, you need to be careful of this and that, because you live the life of being careful. I live in the world that being careful means I should be careful of my own decision, what I take part in, not being careful of speaking my mind, especially when it affects, when the actions of those criminals affected the lives of millions. So I'm not here to like me. I'm not here for you to like me. Don't like me. Liking me is not in your own interest. You may like me in the morning. In the next 2 hours, you will hate me again, because I will say it when I see it. So I'm going to take you through that journey. So we have been told that every Fulani in the world. I grew up in Nigeria. I spent 28 years of my life in Nigeria, and I don't really regret it. But I can tell you that the last 8 years of my life has been the best of my life, where I've got independence of everything about me without having to live under the draconian, corrupt, rigged system that placed this limitation of progress before me. And they say, jump and pass, jump and pass. Only way to jump and pass is to become a criminal in Nigeria if you want to beat the poverty they have created. Even those of you who believe that you are rich, those of you who think you have money, you are as poor as the country you live in. You are as wretched as the people that you see every day, who are more now the poverty capital of the world. I know we can pretend, everybody can pretend about the few, but the lamentation is the same. The revelation is the same. The same criminals who have been in charge of your of your country from 1960. The same criminals, the same template, the same style from 1966 now, when they took away your first Nigeria and gave you the fake Nigeria that some of you are now struggling to make better. It will never be better. Stop trying. Quit trying. So the shito they gave to you after 60 years, they want to celebrate that. They said the Fulanis are the number one. Like, I've been looking for something to lay my hand on, just something that will make me be convinced that indeed there is an agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now convinced that in fact, nothing that is happening in Nigeria is by accident. It is an agenda that is well coordinated, and it is called the Fulanization agenda. Listen, you might have heard about different conspiracy and all that. This is not conspiracy. This is life and death. And this is something that you will sit back and look back. If you don't fight it, if you don't stop it, you will fight back and you fight and look back in the future and realize that, wow, you've lost everything. It is an agenda. It is very clear. It doesn't matter if that person, and one thing is, it doesn't matter if that person is APC or PDP or not even doing any political party. Whether I claim to be an Islamic scholar or what have you, you see all this Fulani agenda of a thing. It is a coordinated agenda that has caught us unaware for far too long, but it's never too late. And I'll break all of that down for you today. Buhari happened to be the only person who has the ball to push the agenda. You see what they have been doing all this while? All this power mongering, all this fighting, killings, and all of that, all this power tozu, coup, counter coup, and all of that. They were all orchestrated as Fulani agenda, but it was never meant to be this audacious until Buhari took over power. Buhari happens to be the only one who is now audacious and ready to go all hog and ensure that it becomes the state policy that indeed every Fulani in any part of the world is a Nigerian. I don't want to be a Nigerian anymore. I've chosen not to be. If that is the template of your government, and I'll take you through the route, I'll take you through how they arrived at that. guess what? The next 3 years will seal it or end Nigeria completely. You will quote me on this that I'm about to tell you. You can take your pen and paper and write it down and start writing things down if you have to. This is going to come in the next 3 years. It will capture everybody unaware enough that you will be negotiating based on the conditions given to you by those terrorists in your community, and your governors, your senators, your rep members. Name them, your obas, your kings, your chiefs, your billionaires from your region will not be able to do anything. If they try, they will be killed. It is, it is ordained, and that's what they are coming to do. Now, it's not going to be easy. I know that. And that's the truth. And that is why it has not been easy so far. So when they come and tell you that the reason why people don't like Bukwari was because they hate him. No. I don't know about those who hate him. People who hate him may hate him. But let me be honest with you. You see those Janjaweed criminals in charge of the government in Nigeria, they have done so well, right, to entrench the proper hatred and division that will make their own mission, right, unstoppable. But guess what? They won't advance too much because they're already encountering the problem. This is what a Bauchi state governor said. He is a PDP man. You see, when they tell you that APC is a jihadist party, APC is coming to Fulanis Nigeria and the rest of that. No, don't deceive yourself. APC is just the vehicle. Finally, 100 years after Usman Danfodio pledged and told them that indeed, one day, they will touch the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, with their sword, dripping with the blood of the infidels in the southern part of Nigeria. It is a mission. But I've never really got an opportunity to lay my hand on something I can, something verbal. We have seen so many other evidences that I'm going to give to you today on this broadcast, okay? But this particular one stand out. It is a factual statement that sometimes when you prick the heart and the minds of these jihadists, these terrorists, pretending to be Nigerians, telling you that you are a Nigerian. And as a Nigerian, you have to do everything to keep Nigeria safe, prosperous, and great. But on the other hand, the mission is actually to subjugate you eventually by using the instrumentality of law. Even before your eyes, they will change everything. And it will look like, oh, they are trying to save you. They are trying to save the country. By the time you open your eyes, you've lost everything. This is from a state governor. He is a PDP governor, Bala Mohammed, a former PDP minister in Nigeria, a former PDP senator in Nigeria. He's made law for Nigeria, as you're saying. So he is a governor from PDP. And this is what he has to say about the jihadist Fulani terrorists killing people in the northern part of Nigeria, killing people in the southern part of Nigeria, kidnapping, abducting, and raping women in the southern part of Nigeria. This is what this man has to say, a governor of Bauchi State.
Why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over the world, all over Africa. And so, presumably, they are Nigerians. I think
yeah. Because he is there having an interview with a southern journalist, a Christian. He is a Fulani himself. He's a PDP member. Okay? And do you pick up the line? He said, presumably, we have families all over the world. Yorubas have people who speak Yorubas, who are of Yoruba origin, and then they have this cultural attachment with Yoruba in Brazil, in Cuba. We have our Yoruba brothers who are actually speaking Yorubas in Togo, in Benin Republic. So if they are Beninois or if they are Togolese, right? Can someone bold enough who has ball, someone brave enough among the lifeless criminals who are speaking for Yoruba land? Can they come up and say, well, all the Togolese and the rest of them, they are actually Nigerians? And stop using that phrase of, oh, we have our brothers in Cuba, we have our brothers in Brazil, we have our this and that, we have a Yorubas here. Just say it. They are Nigerians and they can hold Nigerian passports and they can come back and claim land anywhere in Nigeria, like the Fulanis are asking right now. First, they came with grazing routes. They said they created something called grazing routes in 1914 or 1915. And that grazing route means that it allows the Fulanis to crawl from the Sahel, from the Sahara, strolling into Nigeria and graze through the grass all year long, including if they have to start grazing on your farm, which they have been doing. When that didn't work and led to Wahala, they said, okay, let us do cattle colony. Cattle colony for what? For who? If you want to start a farm, if you want to raise cows, go and open a ranch. They said, oh, you should know this. I mean, you know, they are our brothers and sisters. What the fuck is that? If you want to rear cows, buy land and open a ranch. They said, no. They cannot do that because they are not Nigerians. They are not. They shut down the southern border for almost 1 year now. The southern border is, they've shut them. But the northern border, which they declare as, they said they have shut down all the borders in Nigeria. Last year, Bokwari said he shut the border because he wanted to protect rice farmers in Nigeria, those who are who are growing rice in Nigeria. But they left the northern border open. Terrorists were strolling in. Bandits were strolling in and strolling out. And whenever they get caught, they don't get prosecuted. They get enrolled in the University of Terrorism and Banditry, Daura. And their own rector, should we use rector or VC? Anyone who is the leader of a DSS in Nigeria, Daura Secret Service, is the VC for the University of Terrorism and Banditry that Bokwari opened for terrorists in Daura. So they graduate. No joke. They do graduation. So far, so good. Since Bokwari came to power in the last 5 years, he has graduated over 5,000 terrorists. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up. Look it up. They have graduated. Arrested terrorists got graduation in Nigeria. They continue to kill. The people they are killing are the northerners themselves. They are people who live in the middle belt, live in the northeast part of the country. And they get compensated. That is scary for anyone who has access to power to tell me that, yeah, it's a free world. If you're a Fulani anywhere, you are a Nigerian. It doesn't matter. The rest of Africa are getting rid of these marauders, of these terrorists in their territory. In Ghana, they actually had to declare them persona non grata. They begged to be allowed to at least manage a small place that they can graze their cows. In Ghana, if they see any Fulani with cows anywhere in Ghana grazing, they will kill all the cows. You, the terrorists, moving about those cows, yeah? Your life is not safe. If you are lucky, the police in Ghana will arrest you and put you in jail, prosecute you, and send you down to jail. Kill all the cows. In Central African Republic, which they call CAR, and so many other African countries, they are getting rid of them. In Mozambique, as we have been told right now, they are actually fighting war with the locals. In so many other places like that, right? People are getting rid of them. You know why? What they are looking for is just an avenue to gain access to power. And since Bokwari came to power in Nigeria, since APC, Egbekegbe, came to power, the Fulanis have turned Nigeria to their Mecca, where they can now go to and seek refuge. They are not seeking refuge to stay peacefully with anybody. They come fully armed, state-sponsored and state-backed, and they begin to massacre people on their lands. Funny enough, in that same 60 years of Nigeria now, Fulani terrorists are killing people on their lands, taking over the land, taking over the villages, and renaming them as emirates. That is 2020 Nigeria, 60 years after independence. 60 years after independence. Then we have this guy, Femi Adesina, who finally agrees with us. He agrees. He said Nigeria is divided. It's been divided for so long. So they have been lying to you. Or you have been lying to yourselves. You don't have a country. Sincerely speaking, you don't have any country. You may be pretending. As I am now, I am more or less like I don't get country too. But I'm made to carry Nigerian passport. Where's that passport? They make me carry Nigerian passport because they will not let me carry Oduduwa Republic passport yet. Do you see the difference? You carry that Nigerian passport that stigmatizes you as a corrupt person, as a criminal, as a flight risk, as someone that is dangerous. Now, they're adding it to it as terrorists. Are you with me? And what they're saying to you is that stop complaining. It's not that bad. Stop complaining. You shouldn't be complaining. You should pray. But they finally agreeing with us in that same one Nigeria. It is like a consensus. If you put a Yoruba man who is one of those, apologists, the Buhari Din, or maybe a Bele lecturer or a Mu lecturer, a sophisticated moron, or an humbled slave, a Yoruba man, put him here. A Yoruba woman, put him there. Go and get one Alimajiri from Kano. And, just get one. Bring one. Bring the second one from the northern part of Nigeria. Let one claim to be Hausa. Let the other one claim to be Fulani. And then put a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman. Put the two of them. Then bring an Igbo man, an Igbo woman. Put them all together. And say, oh yeah, tell us. If we have to give someone the presidency of Nigeria right now, how many of you will support an Igbo man to be president of Nigeria? Number one, you see that Yoruba man, Yoruba woman, Fulani man, Fulani woman, they will look at themselves and be like, immediately, they were supposed to be in a room as one Nigeria, one. Immediately, they will tell you why an Igbo man cannot be trusted to be president of Nigeria. Simple. When you say, but why? You say, they cannot be trusted. But they are part of Nigeria. They are supposed to accept that they are part of Nigeria. That one Nigeria. Whereby there is no other excuse. And the same Igbos who are Biafrans today are getting elected in Canada, getting elected in New Jersey, getting elected in America, getting elected in the UK to public offices. They are not appointed, though. Not appointment, elected. That means they stood out, fought with other people, possibly fought with the Canadians, fought with British, the people who are like supposed to be those who are different from them, but they beat them. But in Nigeria, they will ask an Igbo man to go and bring, probably they will say, you need to go and bring the plate that, King Herod served the head of Paul Pilate on. Go on, when his wife asked him to give him the head of the Paul the Pilate, yeah? Am I right? And, if you want to be president as an Igbo man or Igbo woman in Nigeria, they will ask you to go and bring the plate they served Paul Pilate's head in King's Palace then. Something that they will say, no. They will never find it. Tell him to go and bring the last shaving Solomon had. They can't have it. They can never be president. Confidently. Those who stood together, they are supposed to be Nigerians. They will tell you that no, they cannot be trusted. Forget it, my brother. You too, will you allow Igbo man to be this? I'll be like, why are you asking me? I'm telling you that if you are one country by merit, if meritocracy really matters, by merit, not by favor, what stops anyone responsible for being president of the country and be able to take the country to wherever he wants to take it to without the other part feeling like, no, we need to destroy the country further? He can't do that. So that's the lie you are telling yourselves. And that is why the likes of Femi Adesina, that's why he has a job. Listen to him. He agrees with us. You are a divided country. Make it official. Save lives. Stop pretending. Stop killing yourselves. or stop your criminal leaders from killing you, right? Listen to him.
Soyinka delivered a lecture around 2010, 2011, when he said Nigeria was not a nation. That at best, Nigeria is a conglomeration of different ethnic nationalities. But in terms of the definition of a nation, he said Nigeria was not a nation. Now the question is, was President Buhari in power then, in that 2010 or 2011, when he delivered that lecture and said Nigeria was not a nation? So Nigeria had always been divided. The onus is on us all to make our country work. And those who continue to harp on division are part of the problem, because the harmony that we should arrive at as a country will continue to elude us.
Femi Okonu Adeshina. Did you hear that? He gets paid to say that. But he agrees that Nigeria is so divided. In fact, you know what they say again? They said Jonathan handed over a divided Nigeria to them. But it wasn't Jonathan that told us that Nigeria is divided between 97% and 5%. And when Buhari went to Washington then, and he was in Washington, and they asked him about government of national unity, how is he going to unite the people? Because the country is divided. The election is so divisive. So many things happened in 2015. And when they asked the Donda Air, the breathing lifeless mannequin, he said, you cannot expect him to treat 97% of those who voted for him. He actually believed that 97% voted for him in that election, right? You said you cannot make him treat the people, 97% Nigerians who voted for him, the same way he's going to treat the 5%. That's 102%. That's more than 100%. I mean, 100%, the normal figure. But he said it in America. And I believe Oyinbo would have been like, oh boy, Chaize. It was Buhari. They made it official because in division, they are powerful. In division, right, they are more or less like untouchables. But when you are united, they are as powerless as God knows. Nigeria is divided. No doubt about it. Everybody is angry for one thing or the other. There are those who are angry because they don't have the opportunity of being those who are stealing the money today. Okay? So we need to now separate them. How did you become a failed state, a failed country, led by heartless criminals who are more or less like feeling fat or drinking your blood, looking fresh above you, okay? How did you arrive? How did you get to become a failed country, a failed state? You became a completely failed country 5 years ago. They say 2015 BC. Have you heard about that? That is the new Gregorian date now. You say 2015 BC, before change. That was when you finally signed and sealed your faith. 2019 was just a formality, like a ritual to formalize it again. But the first time you actually cemented it and changed your country and handed over your country to Fulani jihadists, it doesn't matter if it's a PDP or APC, for the first time in 100 years, the Fulanis, they finally found someone with balls who can conquer Nigeria for them, using the instrumentality of the law, using the instrumentality of the defense, the military, using the judiciary, using the National Assembly to make laws that will pave way for complete conquering and the destruction of your country. You will be enslaved again. I am not sorry for you, okay? Because I won't be enslaved. No. Far from it. And that is where some of you get it wrong. You turn everything to competition. You think everyone is in competition with you. There's nobody. There's no competition in poverty. If you are smart, you will know. You cannot be living in the poorest country, the poverty capital of the world, where your people, over 120 million, are living in abject poverty. I have to call it. I have to use my Yoruba accent to pronounce. To actually pronounce that. Abject poverty, meaning people are pretending to be happy even if they are suffering. And it will get to a point whereby they won't be able to pretend anymore. And it's getting to that in 2020. 2020 is getting deeper and deeper. You are losing your jobs. You are losing your savings. You are losing your money, the value of your money. Some of you are losing your businesses. Some of you have lost your families. You have lost your marriages simply because of changing fortune in the last 5 years. But what you didn't know is that you are about to lose your life too if you don't keep listening here to what I'm about to tell you now. The agenda is very simple, okay? They have places they have targeted. And the places they have targeted more is the southern part of Nigeria. Southern part of Nigeria, despite the climate change they are talking about, desertification that is affecting the northern part of Nigeria, especially their Sahara Desert, where they can no longer find enough water, enough grass to feed their cows. They said it's climate change, and they will need the southern grass, your farm, your maize farm, your yam farm, your name it. They will enter those farms. They need to feed their cows, and they know it is criminal to do that. So they came up with a rural grazing area, RUGA. RUGA means that each state in Nigeria, by law, should give the federal government of Nigeria thousands of acres of land. And they also came with this, this water bill. They call it a water bill. You think it's about drinking water. The water bill is that Nigeria, under this jihadist Fulani government, in Nigeria, they've developed a bill. That bill is to give them the control over all waterways in Nigeria. Anywhere there is water is controlled by federal government of Nigeria, and 6 kilometers of land to that water. Do you know what that means? It means that you see Lagos State, as you have ocean in Lagos State. Now think about this. Your state. Let's say, think about probably a big ocean that is around your own state, river, or any very big one that is linking your state, especially southwest Nigeria. So what that simply means is that, let me use Lagos State for example. So you see that Lagos State, they will then take that Lagos water will belong to federal government. It belongs to them now anyway, because they are the ones who are actually collecting tax on Lagos water, the importation and all of that, not Yorubas. The Hausa Fulanis are collecting that. And I've actually watched a few videos of Adeyinka Grandiot. You know that guy? So I've watched a few of his video in the past where he kept saying, Hausa Fulani are controlling the Nigerian port, Apapa. Hausa Fulani are controlling Apapa. But you know, it will never really make any sense if it doesn't add Igbo to it. So that's why I'm not going to go into that. But we know Shadia, who is controlling, is her name Shadia? What's her name again? That guy, that lady with Bring Back Our Girls, that is now the MPA chairman, and also the Minister of Finance Minister, when Bukwari sacked Kemi Adeosun, right? So they said Hausa Fulani control the water. So now they are not just going to control the water, okay? Everywhere the water pass, every ocean, river, water, anywhere, water in your state will be controlled by the federal government, led by the Janjaweed Hausa Fulani criminals. So what that simply means is this: they will then take from that river band, they will then take 6 kilometers of land to water as part of that bill they are bringing now. You know what that means? These will be the areas they are going to create their own Fulani Emirate in Yoruba land, in Igbo land, in Hausa land, everywhere there is water. So it's easier. They take 6 kilometers of land. So if you have water in Lagos, make sure, say, you count 6 kilometers to that water. Once they pass that bill, okay? Once they pass it, they will then make all the coastal areas in Nigeria the Fulani settlement. And that is why this guy from Bauchi said, they are Nigerians. What are you going to do about that? Yes, they are Nigerians. If they are Fulanis, we have family all over the world. They are Nigerians. Their identity is not questioned. They are Nigerians. It doesn't matter whether they are from Congo, whether they are from Central African Republic, whether they are from Guinea, whether they are from anywhere. They are Nigerians. He's telling you that because they are telling them to go and resettle in Nigeria, and they need laws. So when they brought Ruga, when Ikene Shatabandu, fake pastor Oshimbade, Agbowori Baba Oja, the special advisor to Buhari on condolences and burial arrangement matters, Oshimbade, when he brought the Ruga, they disguised it. Thank God people like us were screaming then. And at the end of the day, common sense prevailed. When they brought Ruga, it was a deceit. They called it rural grazing area. Meanwhile, Ruga has a meaning in Hausa and in Fufude. Hausa Fufude means that they are just going to take over your land or kill you. That's what that means. Ruga in their language. But they used English to disguise it by a Yoruba man. A Yoruba man, because he's benefiting from the rot, is the vice president. The vice president. Ruga. So when they brought Ruga, it was easier for all the Fulani governors and the Fulani apologist governors from southern part of Nigeria. You see, in the northern part of Nigeria, those who are Fulanis and governors, they gave thousands of acres. In Niger State, they gave 80,000 acres of land for Ruga. 80,000. That is more than some villages combined in some part of Nigeria. Rural grazing area. When they say rural graze, they are not bringing cows to graze. They gave them the land. They can build and get their own emirate, and they can send in their own representative, and you'll begin to see some funny faces in your National Assembly in the next 5-10 years now. You'll begin to see some funny faces, some funny constituencies, some funny local government. They will create all of them and put them in and make sure that Nigeria is caring for them. Nigeria is paying them money, like allocation every now and then. That's what they did. But the Ruga did not succeed so much like they wanted, because it is not about the north. After the Niger State government gave over 80,000 acres of land for Ruga, ask people now that in the past 3 years, how many people have been killed by bandits in Niger State, in Yobe State, in Bauchi State? How many people have been killed? Bauchi gave land, the way that I just spoke now, Bala Muhammad. He also gave land to Ruga. He's a PDP man. So when you see any PDP Southerner condemning what Buhari is doing, don't listen to him. Don't listen to her. They are a bunch of criminals altogether. PDP criminals are waiting now for their own opportunity to gain power through you. They will likely gain the power through you. There's nothing I can do about that. But don't listen to any motherfucker that tells you that what Buhari is doing about this and that, because it's a PDP. Don't. Because all their state governors too, all their senators too, they are Fulani, jihadist, apologists. Are you with me? So if they come to you and start saying, we will not take this, it's a lie. It was the Yoruba people who staged a great protest across the Yoruba land that stopped the Yoruba Lilliputian criminal governors from giving the land to Buhari, because they have been intimidated. They have been intimidated secretly. We will do this to you. We will do that to you if you don't give us that land. If you don't cooperate, you are against the Buhari. You are against the president. The president is not happy that you don't want to give land. But when Yoruba staged all that protest, the governors, they couldn't go ahead with it. And we have been told that Umayi in Ebonyi was offering them land. We have also been told that Imo State Supreme Governor or Supreme Court Governor, is that what you call him? Your Imo State Governor has been allocating the land for them too, because they have also threatened him, and many like that, who are ready to give the land or ready to accommodate. They call it accommodating them. Many have given them the land secretly. I have to give it to the Biafrans, the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, agitators, campaigners rather. They have been chasing those marauders off their bushes, off their forests. They have been destroying all the settlement they are building there. If you go to the eastern part of Nigeria, same way if you go to the Yoruba land right now, we have 1,740 illegal Fulani camps in Yoruba land as I speak to you right now. If you take some of you should even do it. I'm going to send my own crew in. sometimes when I have enough resources to fund them and cover them and make them safe, I will send them into some of those bushes in Yoruba land. They will use their drone, right, to capture some of these forest pictures for us. We will see the movement. We'll capture videos. And those of you who have the capacity to do it, don't wait for me to do it. You can go ahead and do it for us. 1,740 Fulani herdsmen camp in Yoruba land. They are just waiting to unleash them on us. And once they unleash them on us, God, blood will flow in that same one Nigeria. Thanks to the IPOB members who are chasing them off the bushes. I've seen videos. I've seen them. Go after them. They are building, the same way they built all these huts in the desert in the north. They are building the same thing in Ebonyi. They are building the same thing in Ebonyi State, building the same thing in Imo State, building the same thing in a few other states in the eastern part of Nigeria, because the politicians there secretly agree that they should go ahead. Our people will not know. Our people will not care. But you should be grateful to Nnamdi Kanu. Some of you don't know. You should be grateful to Nnamdi Kanu. Go on YouTube. You will see the videos of all those houses built by the Fulani terrorists in your different communities, far, far away from the north. But you can criticize him. You can call him names. You don't know that he's saving your lives. You have no clue that you are not even in Nigeria. Doesn't spare you the agony of losing your loved ones. Ask those who have lost their loved ones to rape, to assault, to killings, or lost their businesses in the eastern part of Nigeria, in the southern part, the western part of Nigeria, the Yoruba land. It will shock you, okay? But you can continue to pretend, or you can continue to let them drive the narrative. Oh, is it because you hate Fulani? Nobody should hate you. Listen, if you're a Fulani man, I don't hate you, okay? I am speaking about this position that your own political leaders, because if they are, Bokwari is a Fulani, they say. Atiku is a Fulani, they say. The rest of them, like Saraki is a Fulani, they say. Kwakwanso is a Fulani. Gandola is a Fulani. Erufaya is a Fulani. Who else? Bala Muhammad is a Fulani. The former PDP chairman, Issa Yuguda. No, not Issa Yuguda. What's that guy's name? Their former chairman, Muazu, Adamu Muazu, is a Fulani man. And when it comes to Fulani issue, your political leaders are criminals who have endangered not just the lives of Fulanis, yourself, who probably is not a terrorist, but they have endangered your lives through those their dangerous game they have played so far, which has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. So I don't hate you. If you're a Fulani man or a Fulani woman watching me, right, I don't hate you. Everything I'm saying right now, you know where I'm directing that at. Directing that to those criminals. But when you stand up to defend them because they are Fulanis, then you are an enabler. Are you with me? Then you become a terror apologist. Then I don't have any respect for you. But I don't hate you. I don't hate people. I'm not a hateful person. They have done so much damages to the point that an average Fulani person in Nigeria right now, I'm talking about those ones who are actually Nigerians, because we do have the ones who are Nigerians, who you can trace their own traditional route. Well, you may say Fulanis are migrants. We are all migrants in this world. Let me be honest with you. If you check on our forefathers, those who came before us, our progenitors and all that, they all came from somewhere. So I'm not, but we have those who have been there as Fulanis for so long. The actions of the criminals in government are making your lives, threatened in a way. I will be careful now to relate with any Fulani person who talks about power. Yes, I will be very careful. I will be very careful about any Fulani man that tells me not to worry that those terrorists who are moving in cows and guns into Yoruba land, who have currently taken over Shaki, or your state right now, is the hotspot of the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land, and they are growing faster. Go to Ondo State. They kidnapped the whole king, a paramount ruler in Ondo State. That will never make me feel comfortable around any Fulani person. You know why? Because your leaders have made it so. So I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Why should I? You are supposed to exist like every normal person. Yes, you are. There are normal ones among you. But when you don't speak up and you think, when we talk about those criminals who are putting the lives of everyone in danger, in a shitless and shito country as it is, and you as a Fulani person only feel like, oh, it's because you hate Fulani, then you are an apologist. Nobody should respect you. Do you get that? Nobody should respect you, but nobody should hate you too. There's no point in hating. But I know those who actually enjoy hating. I'm not one of them. I don't hate people. If I don't like you, I'll tell you how I feel about you. And that is why you can come on my page and be like, oh, Maiyegun, I disagree with you on this. Maiyegun, you are too harsh in that thing you posted. I am not. I have always been that. How I feel. I don't hate. 60 years of waste and killings. 60 years of corruption and division. Is this what you think another... Do you want to wait for another 60 years of poverty, unpaid salaries? Let me take you to Ogun State. I have a video I want to play to you. I may play for you now. I think you should listen. It's in Yoruba, or it's somehow in, subtitled.
Nítorí pé ojú tá a fi wò wọ́n máa bá wa wọ́n promise wa iṣẹ́ ní kọ̀rọ̀ nígbà gbà ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣe wá ní àwùjọ lẹ́yìn ọdún kan orí ìsọ́bì náà lọ sí ń gbé wa sí. Àjẹ̀wá sọ wípé ó tó gẹ́. Gómìnà wa ni wípé ìjọba kì í ṣe oúnjẹ pẹrẹmú. Ó sọ pé we cannot afford to have an absentee governor. We can't afford it. Ogun State is too civilized for an absentee governor. Governance is a serious business. If our governor is not ready, let him pack his baggage and go.
That is Ogun State. I decided to round up my presentation this morning on that. Ogun State, my state. Did you hear the guy speaking there that Ogun State is so civilized to have an absentee governor? No, Ogun State is not civilized. Don't let anybody deceive you, okay? You see, the people back there, right? They are going to watch me. They're going to listen to me right now. Those who have the opportunity of being in charge of Ogun State in the last 21 years have been the dredge, the worst, and the most, God, I don't know the word to use there. The worst of the worst you can find anywhere are those who have been in charge of Ogun State. I was lucky enough to go back to Nigeria in 2018. And for those who have been to Ogun State, or those of you, God bless you. If you have never left Ogun State, I know what it means. I was there. Ogun State, same Ogun State looked like a war-torn area, just a war-ravaged place, a place that is just coming out of a bad civil war. That's what Ogun State looked like. Everywhere. And billions and billions have been stolen, expended by this, by these criminals who are taking their turns. Benga Daniel, Ibikunle Amosun, and now Dapo Abiodun. I told them, I said, you are buying a fraud. Well, because that is how many of you are made. Because many of you are not different from those. I'm talking to those state workers now, who you saw singing there. They are old criminals too. Some of all those top civil servants, you hear them, they are a bunch of politicians. They are a bunch of criminals too. They are career civil servants, right? But they are born criminals too. For years, they have been like that. And the retrogression and underdevelopment, the looting and then destruction of Ogun State, they played the biggest role in that. And this is how they do it. Dapo Abiodun was a thief, the current governor of Ogun State. He was actually a subsidy thief. He is meant to be in jail if Nigeria is working well. He should be in jail serving life sentence, like for life, being in jail. But that is not in Nigeria, right? Dapo Abiodun happened to be one of those who stole subsidy money, collecting subsidy money from federal government, running into billions of naira, but they never delivered any fuel or any petrol. The name of his petrol station, or the name of his oil company, as they love to call themselves, oil company. The name of his oil company is called Aidin Oil. He is under probe. In 2015, he was able to give the then governor $1 million. He said it. There's a video. I'll find it and I'll share it with you if I have to. He gave the current governor $1 million so that he will be a senator representing my senatorial districts. That is Ogun East senatorial district, Ijebu. So, and he got the ticket of ACN. The governor then, Ibikunle Amosun, gave him the ticket. So Ibikunle Amosun, according to Dapo Abiodun, they agreed that once Ibikunle Amosun finished his own government in 2019, he was going to hand over to Dapo Abiodun. But along the line, Amosun played him. He lost out in the election. The former drug baron, wanted drug dealer, Buriji Kashamu, beat him to it. That was how a drug baron or a drug dealer became the senator that represented my local government in this politics of Ogun State, politics of chop I chop, politics of stomach, politics of hunger, bunch of hungry people, greedy people. Buriji Kashamu became the senator. But in 2019, when Amosun also lost the favor with those who were championing for him at the time, that was how Dapo Abiodun became their governor. So these workers, these Ogun State workers, Ibikunle Amosun used them in 2011 to gain power. And he discarded them, used them and dumped them. They were in Tozu with him throughout his 8 years in power. Some of their leaders were living in the bush. Some of them couldn't live in their homes anymore. I'm telling you this because I was involved in the advocacy to get rid of Ibikunle Amosun at the time. For those who know Maiyegun very well, they'll tell you. Some of the labor leaders, they were sleeping in the bush. They were sleeping in different. They cannot sleep in their houses because Amosun thugs were hunting them down. You know what I mean? So eventually, Dapo Abiodun sold them another Zobo, same Zobo that Ibikunle Amosun sold them in 2011, right? So he sold them. He said, hey, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, blah, 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 blah. So you see those workers, they were those championing APC change in 2019. They were those who worked as INEC staff, adjunct staff for INEC. They were those who were rigging elections for the politicians. They were those who were changing results and the rest of that. They are those who are coordinating, sharing of money and then, sharing of voters card to people who don't have voters card but get paid to vote for Dapo Abiodun. Dapo Abiodun is their governor today. Look at them. The promotional examination you promised them is not giving them. The salary increment, 30,000 naira minimum wage, another increment he promised them is a story. He's not even seeing them. He's not meeting them. So instead of meeting with them, he's using his paid social media troll. I'm talking about Dapo Abiodun. And then I remember I was calling him Dubious Dapo, Dubious Dapo. Maiyegun, you get respect. Don't call him dubious. He's a gentleman. I said, no, he's a thief. He's a thief. I know Nigerians, you love your thieves differently. I understand. Same way some of you are trying to abuse me because of the post on Alakija. Alakija, a former fashion designer, hairdresser to Babangida's wife. Now a billionaire because they gave her oil rig. They say, now God bless her. My brother, just stop talking like that. Have you never been Olofu? God bless her. God bless her. God bless them. God bless them. You're all living in poverty. Look at your country. So now them, God, they bless. But you, God don't curse you, Abi. Or you are waiting for your God to give you your own turn. Now lie. Nobody God bless you. You are all born criminals. Some of you have your criminal tendency trait in you. If you are given the opportunity, you are worse than those criminals we are condemning. And the worst part is that you think all of us are interested in being like your criminal leaders. We are not interested. Well, I'm not interested. He sold them Zobo. They bought it. Now they're crying. A year after, they said, we cannot have absentee governor. Oh, absentee governor, kill all of you, Danu. Absentee governor, you that have just started. So he now unleashed his vuvuzela in Ogun State. Let me tell you this, in Ogun State, there's no real job for people, okay? Don't let anybody lie to you that though Ogun State currently houses the biggest concentration of companies and factories in Nigeria, right? Those who have opportunity of working there, they are working as casual laborers, as slaves in those places. I don't want to go into that. But the most lucrative job in Ogun State right now, from 2003, the most lucrative job is to be a political vuvuzela to someone. Or if you are lucky, you get caught by any politicians who is in power, then they will start paying you your own 30,000 naira non-stop. So instead of the governor to meet with the labor, he just disappeared. When I need you again, I'll call you. You bunch of greedy bastards. That's what the governor sees them. I see them as, and that's what I see them as too. If you are from Ogun State and you are watching me right now, I hope you are enjoying your change, or is it your next level, or what did you vote for? I hope you are. It's so funny that even the House of Assembly members, their own stories for another day. Oh dear. I hope you are enjoying your 2 million naira, Sha. All of you House of Assembly members. The card they promised you that once you follow them past that loan, that loan that dubious Dapo is asking you to approve. You've approved it, by the way. But how long now? Has he paid you? Has he given you the cash that he promised you to pay you once he gets the money? Well, I heard he hasn't. Maybe they will still give you the car. But however, the 2 million naira they paid to you just a moment ago, don't finish it before you get another one until 2023. That is the Ogun State that some of you foolishly, stupidly, greedily make to what it is today. I am from Ogun State. And for those who know me very well, I am not looking forward to you or ask you to give me your vote in any time. Save this video, okay? So if I come there, please vote for me. Let me be honest with you. If it is still very much the same shithole place that you have right now, I'm not going to ask for your vote. I'm going to buy your vote because you will sell it anyway. Even if you tell me you won't sell, you will still sell it. In Ogun State in 2019, we supported, we started a political party which made it easier for everyone who believed they could challenge the system and change things to join political party and run for office not at the expense of any godfather or anybody. I was actually supposed to be godfather, but we started a party, a green party. We gave all the nomination forms that other parties are selling for 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. We gave that free of charge to everyone who stood up to contest the election in 2019 in Ogun State. We did all of that. We opened our secretariat. We did some campaigns. We did some awareness and the rest of that. Some of you know the story. On the day of election, the people who were following us, the people who were shouting, Green Party, Green Party, Green Party, they ended up collecting to 200 naira from the likes of dubious Dapo, from the likes of PDP. They were collecting to 200 naira to vote for APC, to vote for PDP. This was a year ago. Some of them are already back now, begging for money on social media, begging for a job that is not there, begging for different things that they will never get, simply because they thought they were wise by collecting 200 naira in 1999. So if I'm going to need anything from you at all in that place, I will buy it. And maybe because of this video, you will make sure you never vote for me. Because if I buy your vote, if I pay you, and if I pay you to vote for me, you will suffer for 600 years. Because yes, I suffer for my money. I can't bring my money down and give you 200 naira to vote for me. And you turn around and say, oh, you are not doing anything for us. You are not giving us anything. When you collect 200 naira, well, you're not thinking. So save this video, cut out this video and say, Maiyegun say, I am not going to look forward to you voting for me for anything. I'm not going to ask you for that. But if I have to ask you for my vote, if I'm going to ask you for any time in the future that you always say in Ogun State, it will be in Ogun State, Abi. If I'm going to ask you for one, then I'm going to buy it. because you will sell it. And because of that, if I ask you to vote for me, no vote for me, or cut this video and save it. Okay, save this video. It's very important. So that maybe in 10, 15, 20 years, if you see my poster anywhere, a good weapon. But Maiyegun, you said you will never run for office in this place. I said, yeah, I would never run for office. Where have you seen that? Yeah, but we've seen that you are running for this and that. Oh, maybe I've changed my mind. Then I'm going to buy your vote. But we have a video that you said that you will be buying our vote because yes, because you are slaves that will sell its future. All I need to do is to make some money and come to you, give you 200 naira, give you 300 naira. Even if you don't like it, even if you feel offended that I'm saying that now, you will still sell it. Is it not you? Bunch of hungry lunatics. So to say, you can sell it to Dakwa Abiodun today. If I need it tomorrow, I will pay you. You will sell it. And you will have no right to ask me what I do with it. So Ogun State workers, you have 3 more years. You will endure it. As long as Nigeria lasts for another 3 years, you will suffer for another 3 years, even more. Because you won't really learn anyway, will you? No, you won't. So thank you very much for your time, guys, this morning. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Okay, Nigeria is not one. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is not a nation. It's a divided, open concentration camp. I don't speak Hausa. I don't speak Igbo. I don't speak Fufude. I don't understand all these languages. If I have to be honest with you, I speak a Yoruba. I can feel very much at home when I meet a Yoruba police officer. I can feel very much at home if I go to the Yoruba courts, whereby they will speak Yoruba, and I will understand every bit of the word they are saying, not being marauded, sort of a sandwich in between a fake contraption that is yet to define who I am, even if I'm a citizen or not, a country that cannot tell you who is a Nigerian. But for the first time, they have told you every Fulani in the world is a Nigerian. And with the way things are going, you should begin to question your own nationality too. I'm working on now to become Scottish. I'd rather become British or Scottish than continue to beat my chest and say, I am a proud Nigerian. You are a slave if you ever beat your chest to say you are proud to be a Nigerian. If you think very well, you will realize that there is no Nigeria. I don't know how you feel about it, but think about that. Good morning.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now, wow. People wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. Maiyegun don't come, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, yo. Maiyegun don't come, yo. Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind. Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner. Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people